Welcome to Basic Brewing Radio for Thursday, July 30th, 2026. I'm James Spencer. Here at Basic Brewing Radio, we're all about home brewing. This week, homebrewer Scott Housel responds to the Mash Your Luck Challenge with a big, delicious Belgian-y beer. Joining me to taste Scott's efforts is Adam Ross of Twin Span Brewing, Sean Terrell of 2 Mile Brewing, and Matt Giovanisi of Brew Cabin and Swim University. If you want to support us financially, check out patreon.com/basicbrewing, and many thanks to everybody who's helping out in that way. If you go to patreon.com/basicbrewing, you can see a long list of stuff that you can access if you sign up as a supporter. Financial supporters will receive a bonus episode of this week's show, where we stay on the line after recording this episode to taste 2 more deliciously tart beers from Scott. And I roll the dice on the Mash Your Luck Challenge myself for a beer of my own design. We got brewers' logbooks in stock at basicbrewingshop.com. I used mine to log my brew day of the Mash Your Luck beer that you'll hear about in the bonus episode. That beer is already in the bottle and in the keg. A little bit of a spoiler, but I don't think I ticked all the boxes in the challenge. But I do like the beer. It's not as adventurous as a Scott Housel beer, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. I think it's a solid beer. I used A10 Darkness from our friends and sponsors at Imperial Yeast. That's another little spoiler. Darkness did a really good job. In fact, it finished a little lower than I expected, but the beer didn't suffer because of it. Those 200 billion cells in that easy-to-open packet went without a starter, so I didn't have to dust off the stir plate. There was pressure in the airlock before bedtime, and by the next morning, Imperial Darkness was rocking and rolling and got the job done in just a couple or 3 days. You know, fall will be upon us before you know it, so it's time to brew you a delicious lager for the fall festival season. And LO2 Fest from our friends and sponsors at Imperial Yeast would be a great candidate for that. From now until August 14th, Imperial's highly requested LO2 Fest is available in pitch-right homebrew pouches. Whether you're brewing a classic Märzen, Oktoberfest, Bock, or another clean, malt-driven lager, LO2 Fest delivers the performance that you can count on. Ask your local homebrew store about LO2 Fest from Imperial Yeast or A10 Darkness if you want to go dark for fall. And check out all the dependable deliciousness at imperialyeast.com. That's imperialyeast.com. Okay, in the interview, I sort of forgot to explain the rules of Mash Your Luck before the tasting. We've done this for a while, so I just assume that everybody knows what we're doing. But what we do with the Mash Your Luck is we do random rolls in a number generator to choose our levels of ABV, bitterness, color, type, and origin of beer. And after initially rolling those, we get to use a joker and re-roll one of the categories if we want. And we always want. We're always picky. The goal is to come up with something delicious and possibly a beer that hadn't been brewed before. As always, Scott Housel sets up high expectations. Scott Housel, welcome back to Basic Brewing Radio.
Thanks for having me back.
This is all about you today. Your response, you're the most prolific Mash Your Lucker of of all of us, I think.
I've been called worse.
And by the way, before I forget, ABC and Hulu is going to have a new version of Press Your Luck, which has nothing to do with this whatsoever. But Elizabeth Banks is going to be the host, and that's coming up in July,
Except
I think.
We helped bring it back.
That's right. It's because of
back.
us. And then, you know, so if you're curious about
an EP on the new show.
Huh?
You're an EP on the new show?
What? Oh, executive producer. Yeah, of course. They don't do any work and they get paid, right? Isn't that
Right. Just the credit.
Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, check out your local listings so you can watch how. I'd be curious to see how they do the new version of Press Your Luck, which again has nothing to do with this program whatsoever. Joining
Unless
us,
it turns out to be really good, in which case you were obviously the direct inspiration.
That's right, of course. That voice is Sean Terrell of 2 Mile Brewing up in Leadville, Colorado. America's highest brewery, right? Is that the tagline?
That's what we tell people.
Nearby,
In elevation.
yeah, it's of course.
Exactly.
Nearby geographically is Matt Giovanisi up there in near Fort Collins. Is that where you are?
Technically, I'm in Longmont.
Oh, okay, that's right. And
Or Boulder, the Boulder area.
The
if you will.
Boulder area.
Boulder County. Yeah, sure.
Adam Ross from Twins Band Brewing in Bettendorf, Iowa, is with
Howdy.
us. And we are missing Josh Secor, who just from Gambit Brewing in St. Paul, Minnesota, who said that they had a retirement party of 80 people walk into the brewery, so he had to go actually help out with his business. So, and James Bardeen of Farfield Brewing out in the Los Angeles area will join us next time because he's got beers from Sean Terrell up at 2 Mile. So it all goes around. So I'm really thirsty, and I'm a little intimidated because looking at the label of this beer, Scott Housel, it's big. It's a big beer.
It's really 15 plus. I left the plus off.
Can you remind us of your do you have your criteria that you rolled last time handy?
You would think that I would.
I think
but
I do.
I've got everything else. I got very high ABV. I got high bitterness. I got pale lager from Belgium. Influences. Yeah. So we'll start with a very high ABV. I think it qualifies.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we're not judging it yet. You got to tell us what's in it, and then we got to taste it first.
Well, I want to see what you say after you taste it. I want to
there's
get a
booze in
little
it.
blind, feedback on it.
I can smell it out of the bottle. Like it, I opened the bottle, sat on the counter, and I could just smell the Belgian-ness.
Mm-hmm.
Did Scott say we were going to go blind drinking this? What I just heard?
There's a small chance of that. Small to large chance.
Yeah, it's not all ethanol. There's an isopropyl. We didn't say it had to be 15% ethanol, did we?
That's right.
Now, honestly, I'm getting a little ethanol on the nose and quite a bit of the Belgian aroma, whatever that is that Matt mentioned. It's kind of imbalanced. Like I have had beers that were up in this ABV where you smell booze and that's all you smell, and that's not what this is.
Good.
It's a golden color, fairly clear. It's got a great head on it, which I would assume might be a challenge with such a high alcohol beer.
Good Lord.
What? What happened?
Honestly, it's delicious. It's boozy.
It's like
you can tell.
It's like a cocktail.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a cocktail.
Feel when it hits your lips.
Yeah.
I have a million questions.
Cool. I'll see if I save them for the end or the middle or whenever.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll tell me. Yeah.
I assigned myself to only using my own knowledge and things I could find on Basic Brewing radio or video for this one. So for a little history, cast your mind back to August 18th, 2011.
Ooh.
Our friend Chris Colby did a BYO Belgian tour, and he talked about a lot of different things. But what I got from that was the name. He said when they were at West Mall, he said the monks wanted to keep everything small. And then in the bottling line, he saw robots everywhere in a football stadium-sized cavernous space for the bottling line. So I went with Android Abbot, kind of like my Dr. Bishop, and in a way like the space church that I made. So
I applaud the alliteration.
Thank you.
Tying it all together.
Oh, and I have to, before we get too far away from Chris Colby's name, I have to say that we're missing him still. We haven't forgotten about him, although I did in the intro. I do want to say that Chris has posted on Facebook that he's getting better. He's making progress. So he's. Right. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to invade his privacy at all, but he's doing better. So that's good news.
I'm glad. And then back to 11/17/22, November 17th, 2022, recipe development with Matt Giovanisi about a triple. You discussed a lot of things, but aromatic malt is what I picked up from that. And I believe you used about 3% of aromatic. I used about 2%. Your honey and sugar was about 12%. And I used candy syrup at about 7%. I'll go through the recipe in a little bit, but this is my thing. And then August 1st, 2024, Peter Simons was on for What is Lager? And that's where I was hoping to find my out of why it's a lager. And I was looking for my loophole, and then he finally said, well, it's what's in the glass. It's the result. And I was like, I have no more loophole. But I'll take lager meaning to store as my loophole.
Sure.
Yeah. And then, so it was, it's about a 3-gallon batch, 3¼ gallon, about 12 liters. It was 12 pounds of Dingemann's Pilsen malt. It was 1.5 pounds of dry malt extract for that extra boozy punch. 4 ounces of aromatic malt, and 1 pound of the Simplicity Zero Lovabond candy syrup. And those, actually, the DME and the candy syrup, I put in about 12 hours after fermentation started. I held off on the sugars. So it had, when I pitched the yeast, which was Imperial Yeast Gnome, 1 package of that, and 2 packages of the Weihenstephaner strain. So I pitched 2 lagers to 1 Belgian. I think it still got a lot of phenolics and Belgian spice to it.
Mm-hmm. Did you warm ferment or cold ferment?
Fermentation took place at 67 degrees. Wait, no, that's not right.
Turn it upside down. 76.
Oh, okay.
79 degrees.
I saw the place where I wrote Celsius on for the mash temperature, and that threw me off. What was it? I was like right at the low end of what Gnome likes, which is 63 Fahrenheit, 17 Celsius. Was most of it. This was the first time that we went and took the dogs for a walk while I turned off my grainfather, and I just let the mash sit with a blanket over top. Mash was at 152. So that was a little over an hour. Let's see, the hops was Strisselspalt. And they are grown in, as we may have discussed last time, Alsace, France. But they're used in a lot of Belgian beers. And that is about 3 hours from Orval. So I looked it up on a map. And I got really obsessed with Orval for a little bit, trying to think of this beer. But then I decided not to throw any Brett in at the end. So that was a lot of Strisselspalt. An ounce at First Wort, that's 28 grams. It's not that much. I used a little Apollo for bittering at First Wort. That was just 7 grams of Apollo, because that is 17% alpha acids. And then I did an ounce of Strisselspalt, which is 2% alpha acids. And then I did an ounce at 15 minutes before the end and an ounce at 5 minutes. And then I did an ounce of dry hop with Strisselspalt.
But it was a smaller batch, right? A 3-gallon batch, you said?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So my original, I pitched the yeast at 1095. And then once I added everything else, I got above 1.15. maybe up to 1.120. And the final gravity, 1012.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Huh.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So that helped to get it up there.
And no problems with fermentation?
No, it started that night. It was bubbling before bedtime, I'll tell you what.
Ding, ding.
And
Speaking of which, did you add like just the dry malt extract to the fermenter?
I put it in boiling water first.
Okay.
So I boiled some water.
Wondering if you had a middle school science volcano.
Yeah.
going on.
No, that is an excellent question. Yeah, it was a small amount of water, but I used it to just pour the candy syrup and the DME and get it into.
And you cooled it down before you added it, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's smart. I think giving the yeast a chance to build up some cells and to get active and going, and then to pour that additional sugar in there at that point to give it kind of a nitro boost or whatever.
I'm curious how long you waited to add the second addition of sugar. Like, did you wait until fermentation was complete, or how many days in? I guess.
Oh, it was within a day.
I think you said.
Oh, okay.
Because that night, I think I might have done it in the morning. It was the next day, and it was in about 3/4 of a gallon of water with the DME and the candy syrup. So it was a really thick mash that I had going.
I like it.
Yeah.
So going through the high bitterness, I don't know if I reached high bitterness.
Yeah, I was going to quibble with that. High alcohol, yeah, I can feel it. High bitterness.
It's not bitter though.
What's calculated bitterness on this again?
38.
That's not high bitterness.
Yeah, I should have gone much higher than that.
I'd give you an imaginary point if it was high bitterness but not or high calculated but not perceived high. I'd give you some imaginary points for that, but afraid not here.
Yeah, but you dry hopped and you really can't determine.
Yeah, but it's still not high.
Sure,
dry hopping didn't push him into a high.
But at least you
yeah.
dry hopped, because I feel like you maybe bitterness no, but hopped yes, sufficiently hopped.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm trying to give you. I'm rooting for the.
You said honey. You said honey, right?
No, honey was used in the triple that you and Matt came up with.
Oh, okay.
And I just kind of use that as a comparison of how much like sugar products came out of that.
Because I swear I smell honey. Maybe it's just the grain and the
candy sugar.
And the
Agreed,
sugar.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. And it looks honey-like. It's that nice golden color, that little deep yellow.
It is pale, I would say. You got pale.
Mm-hmm.
It is Belgian-y. It's not. I like the level of Belgian spice in that it's. I think if you got too much of the clovey, phenolic stuff with a beer this big, I think it would be too much, and kind of syrupy, maybe. But I think that the level that you got off of this with the co-pitch, I think is good. Like I say, it's still it's kind of like a Belgian malt liquor, Maybe. I
was going to say it's like a quintuple.
Oh, that was what was the name that I came with? Triple lagered, triple lager, because it was lagered. No, it's 3 times the alcohol. And it was lagered, and it was a Belgian triple that was lagered. So, yeah, that didn't translate very well.
Oh, those Belgians love their style names. You know that.
And the more words, the better.
Android robot. Android Abbot is better.
I was going to say, like, my first impression was like a Belgian mead, sort of going back to James's honey thing.
Oh, Belgian barley wine?
Wow.
Or a mead. You said mead?
Yeah, I don't think it. I mean, I think of barley wine as just sort of having that, plum or raisin sort of darker malt character, which this doesn't. And between that sort of, it has obviously the sweetness and also a lot of booze, but it's still kind of light, which kind of makes me think mead.
It's got legs.
Yeah,
and knows how to use them.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of happy with the relative dryness of it. It kind of says to me like I feel like you get the malt, you get like that the malt and the sugar and the sweetness, but you don't get the thickness if it was at like 10:30 or where people would probably end this beer.
Yeah,
it I feel like it didn't subtract to it. It kind of shows you like what does the malt give you and what does the alcohol give you without the syrupiness.
Yeah.
It's reminded me of a little bit of Santa Claus, or it's also reminded me a little bit of there was this health food store in college that I would go to, and they had a weird liquor section that had all these like 3-liter bottles of Russian beer, plastic bottles, and also some like really good dusty bottles of Belgian beers. And to my untrained palate, some of them just like absolutely blew me away. They were probably like 9% alcohol, but at the time it was like nothing. This beer is doing that to me right now. And it's 15%, so I've evolved. I've matured a little bit. It's really good though.
It is
it's
really good.
Dangerous too. I'm keeping an eye on it, so because I still got heavy machinery to operate.
Wait, Adam's at work. I don't think anyone else has time.
Yeah.
Don't tell my boss.
I'm getting a little bit of and this beer's been out of the fridge for like 45 minutes. I'm getting a little bit of prune or date.
Sultana.
In the nose.
I give you date.
I date you.
I'm married, but thanks.
At least one, maybe two.
Keep bringing this beer, you get a couple.
So did you say melanoidin? Did you? I'm for some reason.
My wife, Melanie? No, melanoidin. No, melanoidin. It was aromatic malt.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Melanoidin, James. Melanoidin's the safe word. Remember?
Yeah, and I did adjust the water, but really barely. I mean, it was 4 grams of gypsum, and then a little lactic acid just for the pH adjustment.
I like Scott, what is your water like down there?
Yes,
Florida can be incredibly variable.
Very high chloramines, so I always use Campden tablets. What is if this is my home water profile, calcium at 78, magnesium 6, sodium 36, chlorides at 87. The SO at, this has got to be my adjusted one, I think, at 119. And then the hydrochlorides, I guess, at 52. And then my pH is really high. I mean, I think it's over 8. I had to test it at Ward Labs twice, and it came out the same. So, but I think it's actually pretty good water to brew with because
a little saltwater ingress, but for Florida,
nothing. A little. What is it? Potassium metabisulfate won't fix.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, did you send them water straight from the tap?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I sent them filtered water, like through a pure water filter, because that's what I use. To get the chlorine or chloramines out.
Yeah, I go straight out of the tap.
Do they? I don't know if they test for chloramines. Do they?
I don't know.
And then
they did for me.
Okay.
I don't know if I bought a different,
the
Ward Labs, whatever that is.
I used to have my printout around here, but it's entered into my brewing software, so I don't need a piece of paper anymore.
We have a company that manages our RO system and it does water tests, and I wanted to keep them honest last year, so I did a Ward Labs before and after our system, and it was funny to get the Ward Labs report after it came out of RO because it was just zeros. Yeah, it was like 0.1 or something.
Yeah. I wanted to, when I got my RO system, that's the first thing I did was I'm like, is this thing really, I got it on Amazon. Is this thing really doing the right thing? And it's all zeros.
So there's one burning question left.
Is it in the pit of your stomach?
It's on that pizza and ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the listeners,
burns.
I'm wearing a it was probably considered by now a vintage novelty shirt that has icons of pepperoni pizza and ranch dressing on it.
Is this a response to the peanut butter and mayo or whatever you had? Peanut butter jelly and mayo?
No, but there is. For the first time, I noticed that at the tip of the triangles of pepperoni pizza, there is some what I'm assuming is ranch dressing, but it could be mayonnaise. Who knows?
Something else.
Let's not postulate further on what that might be.
And I did not ferment under pressure.
Oh, hey. No, lager. It was. Is this a lager?
You added 2 yeast strains, or no. You did 2 packets of Weihenstephaner, right?
Yeah.
Which is a lager yeast.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
I brewed it on
And it
April
was stored
4th.
cold at some point.
Yeah, I brewed it April 4th. I bottled it on April 18th, listening to the whole They Might Be Giants album, Flood,
Oh,
which was
Why
a great
is
time.
the world in love again?
And then I let it sit and sent it to you. So what is it now? If I put it in bottles April 18th, but this was like a week-long
2 months.
fermentation.
Yeah.
well, it's been
Yeah.
in the fridge since
So-
I've had it, so you know.
So if I may interject, and I know no one asked, but the definition of lager is, did you use lager yeast? And so yes, it's a lager.
Oh,
Um,
ding ding.
if you can put it under a microscope and someone's like, hey, that's what is it?
Pastorianus?
Pastorianus, and there's Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It's a lager.
Yeah, but it only came out of that because it was stored cold.
No, he used lager yeast, right?
No, but that's what lager literally means, right?
Yeah.
So that comes from the cold storage, and that's
Yeah.
how the yeast evolved from that process. So I would argue it's less about the yeast and more about the storage, which is what you said originally, Scott, which you technically did do.
I'll take them both.
So I feel like you've covered your bases. in that
Two half points equals a whole point for that,
That's
right?
Yeah, I guess the only quibble I would have was the high bitterness. But
Yeah, I failed on that one.
I don't miss
2
it.
out of 5.
The fact that you even attempted to dry hop and succeeded at that attempt, by the way, I don't know. I know it's not technically what it is, but that's like dry hopping isn't the easiest thing for every homebrewer to do successfully.
And also, this beer, if it had, arbitrarily 100 IBUs, say, of hops in it, would not be a very good beer, I don't think.
No.
I know that's not the point of the challenge, but as far as
Come on, boys. Mash Your Luck is about real data, not feelings.
All right.
Come on. We didn't do this for fun. Come on.
I like it to. I'm surprised, and I like when it ends up enjoyable.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the final, what's happening to it now is there's a gallon and a half sitting on an oak spiral that had soaked in rum that has been there since I bottled it, and a little bit of. We'll talk about it later, but I made like a mixing beer.
Oh.
So it's probably only about 13 to 14% what I've got left. And the oak is really starting to make a little effect on it. It's got like a little vanilla. It's like really smoothing it out. So
Can't you, at that point, just add like a hop shot to it and just jack up the IBU so that you win?
I already won.
You already won.
His
I'm spending an hour with
relying
you
on
guys.
you were
You don't
spending
have
your
your own
time
hot pellets sitting
to.
around?
Sorry, I was going to say Scott spending his time doing his research and only inferring from previous Brew Your Own episodes is exactly like on a cooking show, and the contestant tries to impress the judge by going off script a little bit, and it worked. You appealed to the judges, and for my mind, you lose no points. You get all the points.
Does he get a Hollywood handshake or a soggy
Oh
bottom?
yeah. Oh my God.
He gets an add-on virtual
I think
thumbs
either
up.
of those is in Florida.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Yeah,
Well,
I think this is I like Did you have an idea prior to this on how you could make it Belgian without using Belgian yeast?
But he did use Belgian yeast.
He did, I know, but I'm saying if that...
Right. That, I don't know, that was important to me to get some of that influence. I didn't want to just say, well, I got my malts and my hops from Belgium. That's enough. Like, no, I did not. And I was hoping to find something
technically, right?
Yeah. I was hoping to find something like more of like a Belgian pale ale kind of influence. I was kind of hoping for that, but I think I got more of a triple influence. I think.
Yeah. I guess you could have made it like a lambic too. That would have been been rough.
No, you got 3 of those right in front of you as well. So
Cuvée.
But there was so many directions, and the Orval thing really, like that really took over my brain for a while. Like, and then I was like, I don't want to make 15%. Yeah, I don't want to make 15% and then throw bread in it and hope that it lives.
Yeah,
and and wait for it to do its thing. It was like.
No.
What
do you ferment in?
Well, this one I had a big 6.5 big mouth bubbler. I think from Northern Brewer.
Yeah.
I sent James and Adam a picture, and they were just like, "Were you afraid it was going to climb out of the fermenter? Because it was only like, a third full." But I just really like the setup. It's got straps on it.
Yeah.
It's like it's good plastic. But I really love the kegs at this point, but I wanted to watch it. I wanted to see what happened.
Well, we've got 3 more beers. And I should deserve kudos for how much, and this is larger than a pint, this glass. So the fact that I have that much left, it's about half a pint left, is a testament to my self-control.
Yeah.
I usually hold it in my belly. So shall we move on to another beer? Shall we?
I think we shall.
And do you want to do the Mash Your Luck Challenge again, or do you want to pass it on to somebody else?
Are there any takers?
Well, I haven't done one in a long time.
Oh, sounds like a volunteer.
I mean, I
would like to take it on again with the caveat that it would probably be a couple months.
Oh, I move at that pace anyway. I still have to send mine, and that's been 7 months.
Yeah, we've got Josh's beers.
Josh has the record so far.
This is the time of year when we can't keep up with
and we do have Josh.
We've got Sean's beers.
Yeah, that shelf in my fridge is almost full.
No
That's
pressure.
why I'm not sending it.
No pressure.
Sean's fridge to overfill.
Oh no! Wait, that's the wrong button. I was supposed to be a pressure thing.
So proud of how you can handle half of 15% alcohol beer, James.
All right. So what should so Scott? What should we sample next?
Well, you've got. So I got these 2-liter bottles, and I wanted to flavor. So we're going to go with the ginger lambic.
Oh, it's got me on
mixed fermentation. This is from my Solera project. Somehow I decided that doing flavors in 2-liter bottles with the carbonation tops was going to give me a good little sampler series. And it was a pain in the ass when I got the bottling. And I was like, that's why people don't do this, because I barely got like 6 bottles out of each one. But I am happy with the results. And they're really cool. Now I use those 2-liter bottles for like, I'll keep some sanitizer in there, sanitize some hoses with it. And
I'm happy with the label. It looks like I'm sneaking up on ginger from Gilligan's Island.
Wait, can I name all the gingers?
The
you
second
can try.
I opened this, the ginger just jumped out.
Right. Well, okay. I don't know the drummer.
That is that's for Steve Wilkes. But who that is, if you want me to reveal it, it's Ginger Baker from Cream.
Oh, there you go.
So I think Steve Wilkes would. I don't know. That's pretty blurry.
Ginger,
I don't think anybody.
But his name is Ginger.
Correct. and then there's ginger, and then we have a ginger, which is Adam.
It smells really good.
Smells better than a ginger.
Well, you're sitting in a hot brew house right now. So.
Yes.
I was about to say it smells better than any of the gingers on camera right
That ginger throat burn.
I went to
You
school
ever have
with
that,
her.
like, this apparently is a thing for most people. I have never had it. I mean, I had it now, but like ginger chews. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Like the candied ginger?
No.
Like no?
Sean, what is it? Because is it a Colorado thing?
I don't think it's a Colorado thing. I was given them as a kid when we claimed to have a stomach ache because they're not really sweet, so they're not candy. It's like, here, if your stomach hurts, try this ginger.
And they're like brown, and like they kind of look like a Tootsie Roll, but they are intense ginger.
The ones I've had are more lozenge shaped, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm just happy we didn't get through an entire episode without some kind of a vintage, obscure candy reference.
Wait, but I can reference
be.
Yeah, that's like we got them as kids when we said our stomach was upset, and it's like, oh, is it really? Here you go.
Well, the greatest loophole that I remember as a kid was that if you had a cold and you went to school, you could carry around a box of Luden's cherry cough drops around because they're totally not candy.
Totally not candy. Yeah, ginger chews.
What'd you call me?
Well, you didn't choose to be ginger.
Right? We just had ginger thrust upon us.
We should all be so lucky.
So is it too much? I feel like it ramped up over time. I feel like it got a little more gingery.
It's such a contrast to what we just had that I'm still recalibrating to give you an answer to that.
So I drink a fair amount of penicillins.
Of what?
Penicillins. You know the cocktail?
Oh,
no.
Oh, I was gonna say. I'm not sure you're saying what you want to be saying.
Yeah, penicillin for my cocktail.
Penicillin.
What is a penicillin?
A penicillin is ginger syrup, honey syrup, lemon juice, blended scotch, and then we add a little bit of like peated scotch as a float.
Ooh.
And when I make, on occasion, I will make ginger syrup. And the way that I do it is I take a bunch of ginger and I have to peel it, and I put it in a blender with the water and sugar, and I blend it, and it becomes this like yellow, almost like paste. And then I pour it through like a bunch of strainers to get it to clarify. And it's crazy gingery. So like, I'm only saying this is because I don't think there's enough ginger you could feed me where I would be like, that's too much. I like it. I like my penicillins to actually work like penicillin.
This is good. It is a crazy amount of ginger, and it's fresh, very fresh ginger.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great contrast to the previous beer because it's like on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So tell us about the recipe. This is from your Solera project?
Yeah. So that varied recipes, but a lot of wheat. Pretty much lambic influenced. It started out with the Yeast lambic blend plus a lot of different dregs when I first started it out, and then some other dregs along the way, and then I would brew. I would brew another batch, and I would pull from the year-old lambic, and I make something from it, and then I would replace that into the Solera. And we're at, I don't know how many years now. We're at like 8 years or so now for that. And I just finally, so I took the Android Abbot, and when I took the grains, and sort of like a party guile idea, but probably not. I took the grains and I stuck them in more water, and I ended up with so that was like the second runnings. I ended up with a 1040 wort.
Whoa.
Except for the lambic or the aromatic malt. That was a pretty basic beer.
On
the
a
Android
5
Abbot.
gallon batch?
It's a
No,
3.
this is the 3-gallon Android Abbot. So
Right,
I didn't
but
even,
then-
I didn't sparge. I just took that grain and I stuck it in some waters.
And that
And
was
that
like
water-
that was like 12 pounds of Pilsner, right? And that.
But to
initial-
give you that 1040, was that a 5 gallon batch for the 1040?
Oh no, that was
Okay.
that. It got me about 2.5 gallons though.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the first time I've added unfermented wort into the Solera.
Oh.
So I decided to take a chance, and I had room. It's a 6.5 gallon glass carboy. I had room from taking out to make these flavored beers. And after, what was that? That was the 4th. I added it to the Solera. I was looking at it most days, but on the 14th, 10 days later, I was getting bubbling. I was getting a little bit of a croissant on the top. I was seeing activity that lasted for a little while, maybe a week. So I knew something was alive in there eating it. So and it still smells good in there, so I think we're going to be okay. And I got my pellicle back about a month later.
Did you
Yeah.
did you boil the wort before you put it in there?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I boiled it separately. And if I put hops in, it was like a pellet or two. It was very minimal.
When you say that you add dregs, you just add them whenever you like drink a lambic. You'll just like dump it in.
No, it would be strategically. It would be
Okay.
when I brewed the beer, like if I had some lambics around, I would, it would be within the first couple of days, day or two. I would just have some fun with some mixed fermentation beers. But yeah, I wouldn't just do it a month later. It was all pretty much right at
the
pitch.
same time.
Yeah.
The tartness goes really well with the ginger, and it's not a level of sourness that's like, strip the enamel off your teeth. It's
No.
very pleasant. But how did you get the ginger into the beer?
In the 2-liter bottle, I smashed up the ginger and I pushed it in through the top hole. And then I'm sure that I purged the 2-liter. Yeah. So I have it. So if you looked at the side, it would look like a keg. Like there's one tube going down to the bottom with a ball lock connection at the top. And then there's a gas post on the side.
Huh.
That fits in there. And yeah, so then I would do that. And I think I probably purged it as I was doing the Android Abbot. I'm sure I filled it with sanitizer, let it push the sanitizer out, purge that whole 2-liter, drop the ginger in, purge it a little more, and then push my beer in.
Wow.
And it's
There are
literally
many
just a
convoluted
2 liters.
ways.
It's literally just a 2-liter soda bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The plastic.
literally. Yeah. It was harder for me to buy the soda and try to drink some of it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I didn't want to drink the soda. And
No,
then
right, but-
and I didn't want to pour it out either.
You could have just bought Faygo and then went to an ICP concert and got rid of it that way. You didn't have to drink it. Is that too niche? Too niche?
I got it.
I don't. Sounds
Okay.
terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't sound appealing at all.
Yeah, you could have just, anybody at the Dark Carnival would have drank it. It would have been fine.
Okay.
Are you a juggalo, Matt?
He was.
Yeah, that's not a real beard. That's a
I'm
tattoo.
Juggalo adjacent.
It's not a real
I'll say
beard.
it.
It's a tattoo.
Yeah, it's the Hatchet Man.
I remember when
I had friends who were not juggalos, but into ICP. So it's like locked in there for fun jokes.
I dated a girl who then later on became a juggalo, and I feel like I dodged a real bullet there.
Yeah. They're classified as a gang in this country.
Yeah, we should cut this all out of the
yeah, they're gonna come. They're gonna come after you guys.
I thought we were talking about interim cryogenic propellant tanks. So.
That's what we're
ICP.
talking about.
Yeah, totally.
I remember when 2-liter bottles came out, when they first were invented, the 2-liter plastic soft drink bottles.
What candy were you eating at the time?
They didn't have candy yet.
I guess.
Whorehound.
It was only Whorehound, right?
I mean, is like Coca-Cola more acidic than lambic?
Ooh.
I think it is.
Oh yeah.
I think it's
Right.
ridiculously. I think it's in the twos.
Two and
If I
So, I mean,
remember.
they had to have figured out that like there's no plastic leaching. I'm sure there is a little bit, but
There was an experiment that our grade school teachers had us do to show how dangerous soft drinks were, and you were supposed to pour out a dish of Coca-Cola and put some raw ground beef in there, and then leave it overnight, and then the next morning it was all dissolved. That's what it's doing to your stomach. Although
Now drink it.
yeah,
except your stomach has a pH of 2.
yeah.
There was a lawsuit against Pepsi where someone said they found a mouse or a rat in their can of Pepsi.
Oh.
And Pepsi was able to demonstrate in court that no, if a mouse was in a can of Pepsi, it would have dissolved.
It would have dissolved fully.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it. Oh man.
We
Yeah.
we used to use Coca-Cola in a pressure washer, and my dad and I, when we would clean up
In a what?
in the summer, and it would remove in a pressure washer, and it would remove the wax from the floors, so we could put down a new coat.
Yeah, but then
And
wouldn't
we
that
also
make
used
it all?
to clean.
Would that
Yeah,
make
you'd
it
wash
sticky?
with water afterwards too, and he'd also
Oh.
use it to clean spark plugs for all the school buses and everything.
Can you just use like white vinegar?
It was a school. He had access to all this Coca-Cola.
White vinegar is so much cheaper than Coca-Cola.
It was probably knockoff government surplus Coca-Cola in it.
Or Faygo Cola.
Faygo Cola.
Now we're back.
Oh, terrible.
Well, this is delicious.
Speaking of soft drinks, this just
Yes.
tastes like a really good ginger beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have sort of a different version of the same base beer here in a minute, but maybe the ginger's drowning out.
Wow.
This whole time I'm like, why is the F and the L and the A capitalized?
Oh.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Thank you, first big beer.
Because Scott's fingers get stuck on the keyboard, and
Yeah.
caps
Yeah.
lock is.
Just on those 3 letters.
Well,
Lambic.
on that note, we're like 45 minutes into the recording. Should we save the bonus beers for bonus content? Do y'all have time?
Sure.
I have time, sure.
Do people get
no.
mad when you run long? Do people be like, "Oh, James, I wanted to listen to the whole episode, but it was too long."
They can give $2 and
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
Anyone who's worried they're missing out on candy and pop culture references.
That's right.
And we're allowed to cuss in the after hours, right?
No.
No?
I thought it was encouraged.
I mean, you can cuss. It'll just cost me work. So anyway. And we can spin the new Mash Your Luck in the bonus thing too.
For you, right?
oh, and it'll be a surprise.
I'll throw
Who
myself
gets it?
onto the. I don't know. Use your own metaphor.
Under the
I'll
school bus
go.
at 8.
Oh, I do have one more thing.
Yes.
Like Columbo, always one more thing.
One more thing.
I did, as I mentioned earlier, I made a mixing beer, which was, what was it? It was dried malt extract. It was probably about 3 gallons, minimally hopped. I just wanted to be able to make a little bit more out of the flambics, and I was getting it seemed really tart and a little extra funky. I wanted to bring it back just a little bit. So I tasted them. The ginger got a minimal amount. The one with the rhubarb got a minimal. The one with strata, I think, got a little bit more. And they say you make a mixing beer, like you can't use a bad beer to go with a good beer. This was just a dull beer, but it was not a bad beer. And, and that's the one I put in a little bit of the Android Abbot in. But, you always, all the cautionary tales, don't mix a bad beer with a good beer. Yeah, that's true. But you can mix a boring beer with a beer with a lot going on.
That makes sense.
Thanks for saying that, James. Appreciate it.
I was listening.
Now you know.
Dun, 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 dun. No, that's the more you know. Okay. Scott Housel, homebrewer in somewhere in Florida. Do you want to dox yourself? Where are you? Do you want to say where you are?
in the greater Fort Lauderdale area.
Oh, there
which
you go.
is, 3 hours south of Orlando, an hour north of Miami, East Coast.
There you go.
Big ass guitar hotel.
Now we're getting specific.
Yeah.
You live in the Guitar Hotel?
I work there. Yeah.
Now you're getting very specific.
Yeah.
Okay. They'll never figure it out.
That's how you get stalkers.
They'll never.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds of guitar hotels.
Well, the big beer was delicious. The small ginger beer was also delicious, and I'm looking forward to the other beers that we have right here beside us. Thanks, Scott, so much. Scott, no. I've had a beer. Adam Ross of Twinspan Brewing in Bettendorf, Iowa. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, anytime.
Matt Giovanisi of Swim Cabin and no, I did it again. Swim University and Brew Cabin. It's not the first time I've done that. I forgot to mention your enterprises at the beginning of the show. And Sean Terrell of 2 Mile Brewing up in Leadville, Colorado. Smaller crowd this week, but we made it work,
Quality people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Thanks, guys.
Quality beers.
Talk to you in just a minute on the other side.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks again to Scott for the beers, and thanks to Adam, Matt, and Sean for tasting. They stuck around for a bonus show available for financial supporters where I rolled the dice and Scott shared lambics with rhubarb and with Strata dry hops. And Adam talks about his Twinspan George Washington beer, a historic recreation. If you have brewing questions, show suggestions, or just want to say howdy, write to james@basicbrewing.com or just fill out the contact form on basicbrewing.com. And please don't forget to tell us where you're from. Check out our mobile-friendly shop at basicbrewingshop.com. Our brewers' logbooks are back in stock. You can find those also at basicbrewingshop.com. Thanks to everybody supporting us through our Patreon page. Special goodies coming your way. Check that out at patreon.com/basicbrewing. It's all until next time. Until then, thanks for listening, everybody. I'm James Spencer. Production help for Basic Brewing Radio and our website is provided by Kelly Dotson. Basic Brewing Radio is a production of Back to Voicing. We'll talk to you next time, everybody. In the meantime, stay well and stay tuned. So long.